put Shane and Preston next to each other?
No.
Because the voices on these two would blow every speaker in this place. Give it up for both of them. Literally insane singers. Insane singers.
Golly, what a song. I don't even know what the hell I was about to do after that. Yeah,
Was he pass out?
Yeah, it happens, I guess. Y'all having a good time so far? So, this business has never-ending highs and lows. There's no other way to put it. And about 4 years ago, I was the guy that cut the grass in the medians of the road just south of Nashville for $12 an hour. And you don't have to clap for that. I hated my job. And don't get it twisted. I'm still broke as hell, but I love what I do now. That's the difference. And anyway, I signed my first publishing deal, and I wrote some songs for a guy named Chris Jansen. And he can buy me, bro. I didn't write that. I'm just kidding. But I did write some songs for Chris Jansen, and I got my first record deal. We had a song that went to country radio about 4 months after I quit my city job. And that song at radio was called How It Ought to Be, and it made the top 15 as my first ever song at radio. And it changed my life, it really did. And I met so this is when all this is going on. It was that song was at its peak at country radio, and I met my smoking hot fiance, hotter than a $2 pistol. And that's right, yeah. And I was thinking about buying a ring, at that time. And I got to thinking about it, and I was like, man, them rings are awful expensive, And but you know what else? The hell of it was I was still living at home with my parents. Yeah. So I needed to put the horse before the carriage, you know what I mean? And so I started shopping for a house, and I found me a little piece of land and a house. Had a big shop on it so I could hang up all my deer mounts and everything. And that's right. And anyways, I closed on this house, and I was eating steak 5 nights a week. I had my woman of my dreams. I had my house. I was living high on the hog. And 3 days after I closed on my house, my record label dropped me. You're telling me. This is no joke. I was still sleeping on an air mattress. I didn't even have furniture in that house. I had a coffee table that I got from Goodwill, and that was it. And I was sleeping on an air mattress, and about every hour I would have to air it up because my big self would lay on that air mattress and it was And I'm here to tell y'all, it's crazy how you can go from the highest high to the lowest low just at the flip of a switch with a phone call. And if I hadn't had Chloe, I don't even know that I'd be up here tonight, just to be honest with y'all. I was at a low spot in my life. And I'm a firm believer. I'm not here to pray or preach to y'all tonight, but I'm here to tell you, if you pray about something and you surround yourself with good people, only good things can happen out of it. And so I got to thinking about how I made some of the best memories of my life when I was cutting grass in the medians of the road. And anyways, I wrote this song at that point in my life, and it's called Penny to My Name. So I don't care how much money you have in your wallet tonight. Let's forget about all of that BS we have to worry about every day, and let's enjoy this show tonight. So this is called Penny to My Name. Was a buck knife, whittle, crepe, myrtle, slingshot, and a stone. I killed more time than I ever put supper on a stool. And caught shell cracker on bikes, crickets on the end of a cane. Blue collar redneck rich, didn't have a penny to my name. Soaking through a paper plate. I wore hand-me-down gentle made $1 million memories, but didn't have a penny to my name. Was a backyard on the block sitting Z71. I worked 2 hot summers just to pick that pretty girl up. Thought I was Cadillac cool, scraping up some cup holder change. 'Cause she made me feel like $1 million when I didn't have a penny to my name. Happy as a tick on an old coon dog, lower middle class, living high on the hog, high off the smoker, soaking through a paper plate. I wore hand-me-down denim from my big brother. Money don't matter when you got each other, and a home full of love and good old glory days. I made $1 million memories when I didn't have a penny to my name. I didn't have a pot to piss, a big boat to fish, or a tree that grew any money, but you can't put a price tag growing up like that, being a kid in the country. And happy as a tick on an old coon dog, lower middle class, living high on a hog, in a home full of love, the good old glory days. I made $1 million memories when I didn't have a penny to my name. I made $1 million memories when I didn't have a penny to my name.
Shane Profitt. I know a lot of people can relate to that song, that's for sure. Great song.